Okay, Ewan, we're just going to have a wee look at what happened today. Let's start with angle of attack and what that number is. This graphic that you see here should help you understand that. The blue line is the angle of attack number. Now this is early on in the session. You can see in the box at the bottom left of your screen the angle of attack number is 0.4, which actually means the club at the point of contact is travelling up 0.4 of a degree. Yeah, it's travelling upwards. Okay, what we really need to do, and what I tried to explain to you, was we really want to try and get the club travelling downward at the point of contact, and we're looking for a number around about 4 or 5 degrees would be nice. There isn't an exact number, but we'd certainly want to have the club travelling down around about the sort of 4 or 5 degree mark. The best players in the world we know hit the ball with the downward part of their golf swing. Everyone has a downward, a level and an upward part to the arc of their swing. We've just got to help you find that. Now, moving your ball position back in your stance definitely helped, but I think just the concept of this is going to help, because when you go to the range and actually hit golf balls, your concept is different, your understanding of what it is you're trying to do is different. That will change how your golf swing develops, really, because the concept before was a little flawed, and you had your own ideas of what should happen when you hit a golf ball. Like a lot of people, you didn't realise that you should be hitting it with the down part of your swing. Now, if we go into later on in the session, what you'll find is that the angle of attack really did improve. So if we go into the history of shots here, ball position moving back, and the feeling of actually hitting the golf ball or hitting the ground rather after the golf ball started to produce a much more downward angle of attack, and that's really what we wanted to achieve out of the lesson. Towards the end, I had you work a little bit on face angle as well. And we're going to talk about that just towards the end here, but I'm really just touching on club face and how we are going to deal with that. It was to plant the seed and let you understand a little bit why the shot was going to the right, but I don't really want to do a huge amount of work on that at the moment. I'd love for you just to focus on getting the angle of attack right. So looking at the video, we have a ball position here on the video that's quite a bit forward. So what I did was, if I compare that to a video from a little bit later on in the session, we'll see that the ball position, we moved back, and we used that golf club in between your feet here that you can see to help you feel that. That ball position was more in the middle, and that produced more of a downward angle of attack. On the image on the left, you can see the ball is forward in your stance, and it makes it more difficult to hit down on the golf ball when the ball is that far forward. I also mentioned that when it's that far forward, the club face has more time to close. So if you have been opening the face, having the ball forward is almost a compensation. It allows for more time. You'll certainly hit it a little straighter from that position with the open club face, the open takeaway, if you like. So we don't really want the ball that far forward. We want to move it back in your stance, but then, like I say, we have to do something about this open club face as well. If we look at your swing from this angle on the right hand side here, you can see the face is fanning open, and when you get to the top of your swing, the left wrist looks like it's ever so slightly in a cupped position. So that position there we will work on, and we'll try and repair the club face position going back, and that will help you get squarer at impact more often, So those are the two things. Any questions you have, mate, do not hesitate to drop me a line. I'll do my very best to answer it for you. Looking forward to seeing you in hopefully the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks once we get the facility open. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that your concept of what you're trying to do is a little clearer. All the best.